Hi, welcome to the next episode of ReThynk AI flagship program Unicorn series, where we focus on some of the biggest and bold problem of the world. So far, we have discussed about AI powered agriculture, AI powered smart cities, AI powered smart traffic management system, and today we have another powerful idea, which is smart weather station. How we can use AI and IoT to have better coordination in society according to the weather conditions. So welcome, and if you have not subscribed to Rethink AI yet, please consider subscribing, press the bell icon, and don't forget to share these videos with your friends or community members. Today's idea is hyperlocal weather prediction with IoT and ML. This is another unique idea. So if you have not seen the previous ideas, please go back and watch the previous ideas. And here we will focus on precision weather monitoring for modern communities. So let's talk about the problem statement. What is the problem statement? Limitation of traditional forecasting. Generally we gather weather data which lack local speciality or the fine detail of local environment. Next, a delayed or inaccurate alert for rapid weather changes. Sometimes we get the weather changes which are much delayed, right? If you are expecting a hurricane, tornado, then you should have alert in advance so that you can prepare accordingly. Next, impact on communities, suboptimal decision making for farming, urban planning, and safety. Right now, weather is not just about individual, it's about farming as well, because it's directly impact the farming. Then urban planning and safety, all these points are inclusive part of the problem statement. So what is the goal here? The goal is, let's develop an IoT and ML driven system for hyperlocal and real-time weather predictions. So if you are a business, you are an entrepreneur, you are looking for any breakthrough idea to solve the weather problem or the problem which are related to weather, then this is for you. We are going to evolve it now in the form of a startup or a business idea. That's why we call this series Unicorn series. So the solution is smart weather station. Let's dive into it. And so far, we have already discussed lots of idea out of this in various form of our discussion. So what is smart weather station? An integrated system combining sensor data with machine learning to forecast localized weather conditions. So what we are going to do, we are going to have a modern artificial intelligence, IoT, ML, and we are going to connect it with our traditional form of weather forecasting. And then let's see what we can. Okay, the core components are IoT-based sensors as devices, cloud-based ML analytics for predictive modeling. So what are the benefits of it? Receive targeted, accurate weather updates directly to mobile and web platform. Pretty interesting idea. Okay, target audience, who can benefit out of it? To be very frank, this idea is connected with every human being in the society. Whether you come from an urban area or rural area, tier 1 city, tier 2 city, tier 3 city, you are working in any community, you are working for any community, you are working for society, you are government employees, you are working in private sector, students, teachers, everyone is included. So primary benefits can be to municipal authorities and urban planners, then agriculture sector, then environmental agencies, tech innovators and smart city planners, okay, or everyday consumers. Everyone can be the part of this particular idea. See, if you are an entrepreneur, then this is the idea. If you are an entrepreneur and you are specifically connected with urban society, smart city planning, or the weather patterns, then this idea is for you. Key features. What are the key features of smart weather stations? Hyperlocal data collection, like sensors capture temperature, humidity, wind, speed, pressure, real-time communication, seamless wireless data transmission, ML-driven predictions, mobile and web integration, scalable architecture. So we are going to connect all the data in just one go very soon. Okay, these are the key features. However, if it seems that you need more information, stop the video. Yeah, I highly recommend, please, whenever possible, whenever required, stop the video, note down all the information in some notebook or journal. I always prefer journal. Okay, so that you can do your own brainstorming. And if you need more idea, you need more discussing, you can reach out to us. I will give you the contact details in the end. So what are the steps for implementation? Before going to steps, let me tell you how we are dependent on weather, or indirectly or indirectly. In Europe, travel and tourism sector contributed over 2 trillion euro to the GDP in 2023, according to Statista. Second data. What if this weather change patterns are changing continuously? We have 2 trillion euro on the line. Then USA, from 1980 to 2024, tropical cyclones caused over 1.5 trillion in damage in the US with an average event cost of $23 billion. According to National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, US Department of Commerce. This is, I highly recommend, please visit this website. And this is the website of NOAA. Okay, and they have provided huge information about weather patterns, how they are impacting the economy, or what is the effect of a tropical cyclone. Okay, so read these reports. These reports are not just for information gathering for researchers or scholars; they are for everyone, including employees. When I was in the research, and I was not doing it for any monetary purpose or for any business, I still read these kinds of details. Next, developing countries. In developing countries are largely dependent on agriculture, and weather climate change in heavily affecting the yield. And that's totally in developing countries, primarily in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Some part of agriculture is totally connected with weather, and when weather change, it literally impact the yield production. So this project is not for just any individual geographical region. This project is for everyone in the world. Remember, some of our jobs are directly connected with tourism. Some of our life can be impacted by hurricanes. Okay, so steps for implementation, you need requirement analysis. Define your goals, KPIs, and stakeholders to build this unicorn, this startup. Okay, then you need hardware setup. Hardware setup totally dependent on the type of structure you are building, which we will discuss in if coming slides. Then system architecture. System architecture we have already designed for you. Deployment, install sensors in optimal weatherproof locations. That's typically vary from location to location. Next, step 2 for implementations. We have to acquire the data, and then we have to process the data. Then ML, we have to develop ML model accordingly. And then integration and testing. Integration and testing we have discussed many times in many of our videos. Full scale deployment, yes, and maintenance and iteration. So what will be the key features of this smart weather station? Optimal resource utilization, real-time data collection, flexibility, and customization. So IoT and ML integration. Why we need IoT and ML integration? First of all, data collection. We are going to collect our data with the help of sensors in real-time weather metrics. Then edge processing. We need edge processing for microcontroller, Raspberry Pi, for pre-processes data for efficiency. Cloud analytics. Cloud server stores data, and ML models predict weather trends. User notification, automated alert, and dashboard updates through mobile web app, and then feedback loop, right? So here is the workflow. And if you need to develop your own diagram, I highly recommend use this coding. By using this coding, you can reach directly to this workflow. I highly recommend, please, whatever you do, whether you are building a business, starting a new company, starting a startup, marketing plan, expand, you are planning something about your job, career, reading, learning, whatever you do, please always make a workflow diagram. Okay, workflow diagram give more clarity. You can make mind map, but I highly recommend if you are in technical field, business field, management field, please make workflow diagram. Workflow diagram is part of my life since 2000. Okay, so first stage, we will use IoT sensors for temperature and humidity measurement and atmospheric pressure measurement, and anemometer for wind speed measurement. Then we are going to connect all these three with the data acquisition. This is our S device. Here we are going to acquire the data, then we are going to process the data. After processing the data, we will have cloud server. Remember, this is a step-by-step process. First step, data gathering. Second step, combining that entire data. Third step, at data storage. The third step is data storage and ML processing. Next step, predictive analytics. You can do it with Python or without Python. That's totally dependent on you. And then the last step, we will send the notification. Okay. And after notification, if we have any feedback, then we will use that feedback in data storage. So let me repeat the overview, how this workflow work. We are going to, at the first step, we are going to capture the temperatures, humidity, atmospheric pressures, and anemometers wind speed. These data will go into data acquisition at the stage of edge devices. Then we are going to process the data. Then the entire data will go to cloud storage, cloud server, where we have data storage. Then ML and ML model processing. Then notification for users. Then user feedback. If required, we will go back to cloud server. Okay. And this is the wide explanation. Actually, the image has been broken in different step. Here is one mistake. The team has left this particular, they have not edited it. Here we will see, here will come workflow, smart weather station SWS. Okay, so these are IoT sensors, temperature, humidity. These will come into as devices. And this is the first step where we will have our data collection. That second step, where we will have our edge devices, data computing. Third step, we will go to cloud server, then analytics, then notification, and then user feedback. I hope it's much clear. If it's not clear, still we have one more slide, which is circuit diagram for SWS. They have changed it here, but they forgot in the last slide. It's okay. First, second, third, they are primarily for a data collection. First is temperature and humidity. Second is atmospheric pressure. Third is wind speed. All the data will be collected at the fourth step, which is our edge device. Then we will reach to the data will go to the fifth step, which is cloud server. Sixth step, ML model. Seventh step, notification. Eighth step, if a user has any feedback, then we will feed the notification at the appropriate level. However, what is if I have done everything for you? So what is your requirement? And what is your tech team is going to do? Because we have already discussed the coding, the diagram, the flow chart, and then circuit diagram and everything. Okay, so what is your team need to do? Your team need to work practically here at this step. According to your user requirement, you will design your uh, algorithm or ML to process all the data. If you are outsourcing it to some AI-based LLM model, let's say ChatGPT, Grok, then you need proper prompts and proper training of that. Otherwise, you have to create your own model. So it's totally dependent on your requirements. However, if you need more suggestions, you can reach out to us. So what are do's and don'ts of SWS? Do's: calibrate and weatherproof sensors regularly. Make sure your sensors are managed and whether they are weatherproof regularly, because if there is a small error, it will yield to more losses or fluctuation in the final data. Ensure secure, robust communication channels. Okay, your communication channel should be faultless, flawless, because in weather conditions you will get the information 3 4 hours in advance. and then you must be good enough to transfer all the process all the information and transfer all the information to the end user within that time frame. Next, regularly update your ML model with new data. If you have new data and new predictions, government has come up with some new policies, you can integrate that. Next, conduct through pilot testing before scaling. This is very, very necessary. And to be very frank, if I have to understand one thing out of the whole, you can't be dependent on weather. That every time when weather is going to show up or something has happened, then we are going to test our data. No. If you are in a locality or in a geographical area where tornadoes show up once a while, then you can't keep your system passive or unused in the hope that one day there will be tornado, then we are going to use it. No, you have to keep conducting through pilot testing, through researches, so that whenever it's the requirement, your system will be totally ready. It's like your automobile. Okay, if you are not using it for a long period of time and then suddenly you need it, it will not work. That's why in DO's, the most important is conduct through pilot testing before scaling. Next, don't overlook sensor maintenance and installation conditions. Next, don't ignore data security protocols and privacy concerns. Next, don't overcomplicate the system design with unnecessary features. Always keep it simple and short. Skip routine performance evaluation and model retaining. In business, if you have to make something successful, always make it simple. That's it. If you ask me to have a one-line conclusion after reading 1,200 books and doing so many courses, building businesses and helping others, okay, writing multiple books. If you ask me something and to build a business, then always keep things simple, short and simple in business, because then it becomes really easy to execute. Remember, ideas have no importance until you execute. What are the pricing strategies for SWS? Tiered processing options, basic, professional, enterprise. Okay, basic is for common users. You charge a bare minimum fee where you give them the exact information. Professionals like research companies, like we are the research companies. Okay, enterprise for institutions, government authorities. Subscription models, monthly or annual fee for platform access. Setup fee, one-time setup fee for hardware installation and training, maintenance, and support contract. Okay, how to build this project? First, make your pitch deck, and then you can reach out to urban city planners, your municipal authorities, or investors from your area with this model, that this is our model, this is our workflow diagram, this is our coding circuit diagram, and this is the problem statement. This is how we are going to solve it. This is the actual cost. It's, we are paying of mismanagement or in terms of weather conditions. Okay, and then form your proper financial curves. Okay, and then you can pitch your ideas to, let me repeat, angel investors, venture capitalists may be least interested in this idea. Okay, venture capitalists and angel investors straightforward look for something which can yield immediate return. Okay, but city planners, okay, and you can go for urban authorities, municipalities, government bodies, okay, or institutions. They are going to be interested in this idea. If you want to develop this idea, this is how you can reach the fund. Next, ethical considerations. There is no such ethical consideration in this model. Please, I have gone through much, but still, data privacy and security, however, you don't need it because the data is common for every user and data is available for everyone. There is no specification. Transparency, there is no need because you are just giving the information to the users 2 hours in advance. After 2 hours, not only the user, but the entire society will have the information, right? Okay, so it's all about pre-preparation with the AI and ML models, so that you can keep yourself safe as much as possible, or you can analyze, or you can go with your business model to have least impact of weather on you. Then bias mitigation, yes, please have bias mitigation. This is necessary. Then responsible use, please have responsible. I highly recommend, please always go for responsible use of artificial intelligence, ethical use of artificial intelligence. Next, sustainability, green and efficient cities. Environmental impact facilitates proactive measures against adverse weather events. Economic efficiency, optimize resources planning and reduce operational cost. Then scalability, make sure modular system design adapts to evolving technologies. If you are not going with evolving technologies, it's really hard to stay in the business. Long-term viability, make sure you work for long terms, maybe for 2-3 decades. Long-term support, continuous updates, and stakeholder training. Remember, once you develop this system, it's really easy to continue. Okay, you need one-time investment in terms of installations, but then it will be really easy. Sustainability, you can make this sustainable by going to our old idea, which is how to convert a waste into products. Okay, so you can make it sustainable by connecting it with weather conditions. So if you have not seen this video, go back to the playlist and watch this video. Next, you can you can connect these two ideas, smart weather systems and AI powered smart agriculture systems. We have already discussed this idea under Unicorn series. You can check that as well. These series are really hard. They take lots of time in planning and preparation, and then you put some time, you put whole chart on table, and then you have whiteboard, and then algorithm working on one side, and then you have multiple books. It seems like crazy, man. This is how it feels when I work on this series. This is whiteboard. Here on table, you have charts for the workflow diagrams. Here you have charts. Here you have tabs open for AI. Then you have laptops working continuously. And then here you have books, sometimes magazines. Okay, or there is some media articles, then you have some media articles, and here is your printer. This is how you work on this series. This is your printer, and this is sometimes continuously print more information, and that's how it seems. Okay, just because I have drawn it on the white sheet, it seems limited, but it's not. Sometimes it takes like weeks of study or weeks of coming up with the idea how we can solve the weather management problem with the help of artificial intelligence or a smart traffic management system. But it's a huge task. It's huge task, and you don't give us even a like. Really sad. Really sad. Anyway, what are the solution offered? Accurate hyper local weather data. Okay. Next, real-time monitoring and alerts, data-driven insights, and even schools can become the part of it. Scalable and customizable platforms. Okay, these are the what are we offering to the end users? This is what we are offering to end users. Then research institutes can do the research, municipal authorities can do their planning accordingly. Agriculture sector, farmers can do their agriculture planning accordingly. That's not just one idea, that this is an umbrella of ideas. So if you have any question, remember, there is no business discussion, no business presentation is should be considered complete until you have proper open discussions and questions. I highly recommend, please go out, talk to your community members or your friends online, offline, whatever the way, and talk about this idea in your college institutions, that how we can use AI and IoT for smart weather stations. And yeah, and talk about that ReThynk AI has come up with another idea, and let's discuss this as well, and please have open and discussions. So what is the conclusion? Recap. Summarize the project objectives. When you are, let's say if you are developing this idea for your unicorn or develop, the aim is to solve the big social problems, the big problems which impact all of us. So if you are working on this idea, so far we have given 3-4 ideas. And it's like you want to do something with AI. That's what we are showing you here. Okay, then prepare your page which summarize the project objectives, key features, benefits, future outlook, opportunities for expansion, integration, call to action, and then show it to you, to someone who can fund your idea. And in the end, thank you, express your gratitude. And with this, this is ReThynk AI. Okay, ReThynk AI is bringing all these ideas for you. And the aim is to keep you ahead in terms of this artificial intelligence race. So thank you so much. This article has been researched and prepared by ReThynk AI, presented by me, Jaideep Parasar. I am founder and director of ReThynk AI. And this presentation has been designed by Vista Libreta. They are our marketing partner. So if you have any question, you can reach out to me, and you know our website, which is www.rethinkai.com, or you can reach out via email as well at info@rethinkai.com. Thank you so much for your love and care and support. See you very soon with another powerful idea to solve the social problem of the society. Thank you so much. Take care.